Team of researchers led by a Cambridge University geneticist is claiming that the COVID-19 outbreak did not start in the Chinese city of Wuhan, as is widely believed.
That's right. Scientists believe that the virus didn't actually originate and come from Wuhan at all.
The scientists analysed the RNA of the novel coronavirus and traced its mutations. They found 3 distinct variants of COVID-19, the final one being its final human-efficient form. We spoke with the geneticist behind the research.
3 different strains of coronavirus now?
The original type, according to a comparison with the bat coronavirus, is the A type that is found in China at moderate frequencies, but surprisingly not at high frequency in Wuhan.
So that means that the coronavirus could have actually been infecting people a lot earlier and could have actually came from somewhere else.
Where B is the major type, and then you have a C type which then occurs outside China mainly. So the A type is more common at the early stage of the outbreak in other parts of China, but not in Wuhan, which was a bit of a surprise to us.
That is quite interesting, because maybe that's stating that this virus was spreading way before they actually realized what was going on.
A popular version is that the coronavirus was produced in a lab at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Donald Trump himself recently said the idea, quote, makes sense. After months of accusations, the lab has broken its silence and responded to the claims.
So even Donald Trump states that this makes sense, that this virus could have came from a Wuhan biolab, but not stating that it was actually released in Wuhan itself. Could have been released elsewhere in China or in the world, maybe.
As people who carry out viral studies, we clearly know what kind of research is going on in the Institute and how the Institute manages viruses and samples. There is no way this virus came from us.
You can totally trust those Chinese scientists because they never got caught selling animals to the black market for meat.
I think the picture up to now has been that the fish market in Wuhan, or the wildlife market in Wuhan, was the source of the pandemic.
Well, that's where China officially decided to announce that this is where it started.
I think our results could be taken to imply that we might have to look further than Wuhan for the source of the outbreak. So further outside in China, that would be where I would look for the start of the spread.
And that made me wonder, what if this was happening beforehand, or was starting elsewhere, or did happen in China but then spread elsewhere and we didn't even know about it? Mystery deaths in the Dominican Republic. That's right, these articles state that this lady here collapsed and died at a resort in the Dominican Republic, as well as these 2 people here were found Thursday in their room at the Baja Prince hotel at the resort Romana at the Dominican Republic. An autopsy concluded all 3 died of respiratory failure and pulmonary edema, which is a buildup of fluid in the lungs. Officials with the Dominican Republic National Police said that there was no sign of violence or struggle in the day of Holmes' deaths. Pulmonary edema is a condition caused by excess fluid in the lungs. This fluid collects in the numerous of air sacs in the lungs, making it difficult to breathe. In most cases, heart problems cause pulmonary edema, and that's the thing, is that it says mouse passes severe acute respiratory syndrome associated coronavirus leads to lethal pulmonary edema and diffuse alveolar damage in adult but not young mice as well as people. So that just made me wonder if these people were actually died because of the coronavirus and it wasn't actually something else. And that was in June 2019, which was about like 6 or 7 months prior to what China announced that there was an actual pandemic or a virus spreading around. So it makes you wonder if this was happening way prior. And that's the thing too, is that my parents went to Las Vegas and one of their friends got really, really sick and he ended up having his foot ended up chopping off. They had to take half his foot off, and also my parents basically got the flu that they thought they had. They didn't have testing for coronavirus then, and they almost went to the hospital, or deathly ill. Me on the other hand, I didn't get sick, but I got a major ear infection, my jaw hurt, I got a headache and fever, and I did experience symptoms of not tasting and smelling for a day, and then it went away. And the doctors couldn't figure it out, and they gave me a bunch of antibiotics for my ear and my sinuses and stuff like that, but yet they weren't testing for coronavirus. So it makes me wonder if we ended up getting it before they even announced it as well, or if it was something else, or if it was it, or I don't know, because we never got tested for it. And yeah, that's just the thing, is that this you don't know if this was spreading way before China even announced, because they were even hesitant to even announce what was even going on, and they probably wouldn't have announced what was going on until people figured it out. And if they could have kept it hush hush, another country would have got it, and they would have been like, yo, this is what's going on in our country, and then, they would have been like, oh, it's happening there, and then China would have never took the, been like, hey, it happened here. They would have been like, oh, look, it's happening over there in Africa or Canada or wherever else it started happening at, and not them. So I don't know if me and my parents ended up getting it or it was just a flu or whatnot because they weren't testing back then. And yeah, it just makes me wonder too with their friend because they ended up going to some sort of Asian place to eat food, Chinese food or something like that, and he was the only one that ate it. He ended up getting deathly ill, ended up hospitalized, ended up having like one of his foot completely chopped off and his other foot like half cut off, and he's lucky to even like he's gonna be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Like he's lucky to be alive. And the thing is that my parents got sick, like I said too, and it makes it's just kind of weird because they didn't eat anything, but yet they got sick too. So whatever he had, he gave to them, even though they didn't eat anything. So obviously it was contagious, and that makes you wonder if that was actually it. And the thing is too is like I said, is this was the other people were dying back in June, and like people that get coronavirus have the problems where their lungs fill up with fluid or they can't breathe, and it's similar to what happened in the Dominican Republic with these other people that died on vacation mysteriously, and they have no idea how or why or what the case may be. So I don't know, it's just something that people could look into possibly, and even scientists are stating that it possibly didn't come from Wuhan. There's 3 different types of coronaviruses, and I don't know. China's probably going to always deny it, and that's the thing is that they've already lied about it. They denied about it, and now they're trying to come out with it, but then they're still trying to lie about it, and it's you can't believe somebody that's lied or denied about something. So, people are going to always think that it came from China, and it probably did. But the thing is there's coronaviruses now, like mutated to 3 different strains and it's spreading throughout. And yeah, they're not sure if it originated from Wuhan, but it still probably came from China. That's the thing. It's like it probably it didn't come from anywhere else. That's the thing. But anyways, that's my own honest opinion. I thought I'd educate you all on this matter, share it with you, and if you could just do me a huge favor, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Like this video, share it with your friends and family, and click that subscribe button. It takes 10 seconds and it helps me out a lot, and I really do appreciate it. So that just really blows my mind, and I just watched that whole video about the planet of the humans, and it just made me really think about a lot of things now. So I'll probably do another video about the planet of the humans and go into depth about that, as well as, if that's possible with the planet of the humans and what they're doing, then clearly anything's possible with the 5G that everyone's claiming, and just like the virus isn't real and all this other stuff. But yeah, I don't know. We'll go into detail about that in another video. You can let me know your comments and opinions down in the comments down below, and you guys know what to do. So everyone take care, stay safe, God bless you all, and peace out. Snoochy booches, everyone, and Chopper is completely passed out. I love my puppy.